Hey everybody, welcome back to the Turnout. I'm your host Aloy. This is a slightly different setup than what we've had so far, and it's because obviously, I've been hard at work trying to get new videos out so that we can keep filling up the channel, and I have a lot of great content coming forward. But my world, just like everybody else's world, stopped because tonight was Game of Thrones finale night. Uh, and yeah, I decided I wanted to jump on and do a live stream because I literally just was. My brain is broken. My brain, I don't know what to think about this finale. And I kind of wanted to just talk about just a couple of the things that are just there. Okay, so the Game of Thrones finale, it actually left me feeling a bit, I guess the word would be indifferent. And there are a couple of reasons for that. And it's not actually because I disliked the actual ending. I actually really liked that, it ended on Sansa and Arya. I liked the arcs. It was a little predictable when spoiler alert, spoiler alert here. I apologize. I forgot to say that. This is definitely going to be spoilers here. It was pretty predictable when John ended up being the one to take out Danny. I wasn't happy about it, but I saw it coming a mile away. It comes from being the storyteller that I am. There, it just I saw it. I saw it. It was gonna happen. Done. But the consequences of what happens when something like that happens, when the queen dies, and this was not just any queen like Cersei. This wasn't a queen who people were loyal to her because she was the queen and like that was it. No, 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 no. Um, she had two armies. She had two very large armies. Very large armies she had. So she had obviously the Unsullied, and the Unsullied were the ones that everybody kind of paid attention to because obviously Grey Worm was there, and he was the representative of the Unsullied, and he's like, the Unsullied are very angry, and we want to obviously kill Jon Snow for doing this because there has to be justice. Totally get it. I completely understand that. And then my brain went, and where are the Dothraki? And from the moment that Daenerys is killed, no one says the word Dothraki. Nobody talks about the Dothraki. I was sitting there like, what? How is everybody just ignoring the Dothraki here? And obviously, looking back on the show, this is a huge oversight. The fact that she became the leader of the Dothraki because she was married into it, she was their queen, and that's why they followed her. But also, they are really big on the whole, rape and pillaging and stealing and killing and all that stuff. The only reason they weren't doing that was because they were loyal to Daenerys. And you think that the moment that she dies, they're just going to disappear and nobody's ever going to hear about them again? Oh, hell no. You know what? And it's so ridiculous, the fact that, I mean, this is such a huge glaring oversight on the showrunner's part. Just where are the Dothraki? Now, the way that I look at it is that the Unsullied, sure, they're going to follow Grey Worm. Daenerys had done a pretty good job of saying, Grey Worm will be your leader going forward. Like, you follow him, and like, there you go. Like, that's just, everybody kind of knows that that's what you would do. But for the Dothraki, she was the leader. She was their Grey Worm. They didn't have, another person to follow underneath that was like the big general or whatever. So the fact that once she died, oh my God, we have thousands of people outside your gates, Sansa said. Oh yeah, the Dothraki would have been going and killing them. And probably would have started fighting against the Unsullied, except for the fact that, they've been comrades this long. But that's the whole thing about the Dothraki, is that they are unpredictable. They are chaotic. They are this crazy, like, force that only the Mother of Dragons could control. And you're gonna tell me that once she dies, they just go away peacefully. No, you're not even telling me that. You actually literally forgot all about the Dothraki. So, um, so honestly, there was a crazy thing when it came to the ending. There, and this was actually my issue with the Unsullied. It was, oh my gosh, it was crazy. I was sitting there with my wife, and as the Dothraki soldiers were walking the, as they were walking Tyrion uh, to his cell, or I think it was out of his cell. I was like, why does that Unsullied have like junk? Like it was a nice big shot on like his junk. And I'm like, why does he have junk? Like the whole thing about the Unsullied is that they're all like castrated and like eunuchs and like they don't have working things down there. So I'm like, that didn't make any sense. So obviously with that knowledge of the Unsullied, when Grey Worm says, "Okay, fine, we will go and we'll take this land and we'll call it and we'll have the Unsullied banner and all that stuff," and I'm like, but they're not going to be able to take on wives. They're not going to be able to have offspring. Like giving them land and like a title or whatever, it does nothing for the Unsullied. I don't understand like that part of it. Honestly, like Arya's storyline, I love the fact that she's going, what's beyond the Westeros? I love that. Go there. You do your thing. Sansa, you're the queen of the North. You finally got that. You finally got that, girl. Seriously, she's been fighting for that this whole freaking time. And I was really excited for her to finally become the queen of the North. I think that that was really cool. Bran becoming king, I was a little iffy on, excuse me. I was a little iffy on Bran becoming king, but I wasn't against it, I guess. And then Jon Snow obviously going and becoming basically the real king of the North because he went through the gates and went way north with the wildlings. So he's like, yeah, you have to go up and be part of the Night's Watch. Why is there a Night's Watch? They've already made friends with the wildlings. He's just going to go live with the wildlings. Like he's going to probably have a better life up there than he ever would anywhere else. I was actually just watching the TYT. I was actually just watching the TYT review, so the Young Turks, and one of them said, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Ida, but she said that at the beginning of the show, it was the Stark children and then the bastard, and then at the end of the show, it's the Stark children and the bastard. And wow, like that's kind of true. That's kind of true. But anyway, getting back to the Dothraki. Um, this is not how that would have gone down. As soon as Daenerys was killed, the Dothraki would have probably rioted, taken over King's Landing for themselves, killed all of the Northmen who were outside the gates. There's zero reason for them to do anything otherwise. There's no taking them back across the sea. That's not going to happen because they already went through a ton just to get to this side, and they don't have the infrastructure to do that again going back the other way. So worst case scenario, they had to put them down. Like the Unsullied were like, you're dead. Sorry, we can't have you going berserk. Which is just as bad, by the way. Or they actually do go berserk and they end up murdering a bunch of people and then they're killed in the process. At no time should you just not talk about the Dothraki. And honestly, that really pissed me off a lot. Like that is a huge oversight on the part of this show. Like you could have given the Dothraki that land. That land at Karth, that's where you should have sent the Dothraki. The Unsullied, they have no use for that. Like it doesn't make any sense except that the actor who plays Grey Worm is really cool and they wanted to use him more. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just don't get it. And I feel like the Dothraki were given the short end of the stick here in terms of storytelling. I actually saw, like, again, I'm a storyteller. I do screenwriting. I do all that stuff. I saw this from a mile away that Bran becoming king was a surprise. Everything else, I saw it happening. I saw it was already going to happen. Oh my gosh, but not this Dothraki thing. I was waiting for them to have somebody say a line. Hey, but what about all the Dothraki? What are we doing about them? And they didn't. They were actually more concerned with the dragon flying away, and they're like, is there any sign of the dragon? Like, how about the thousands of murderous barbarian warriors who will likely pillage and kill you all? What about them? Hey, what about those? What about the Dothraki? I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody. I just, and I wanted to jump on here. We haven't done any live streams here on the Turnout yet, but I wanted to jump on here and just kind of give you guys my thoughts because it's so fresh. We just got done watching the finale. Hopefully you guys did too. And I just want to know, where are the Dothraki? Where are they? If you know, did I miss something? Maybe I missed something in the show. Maybe they did say something, and I don't know. I was listening pretty intently after that point. But you know what? Go down into the comments and tell me. Um, Go down into the comments and tell me. I know I'm acting like I'm editing this, but I'm really not. Go down into the comments and tell me where you think the Dothraki are. What was their outcome? Where do you think the Dothraki are? Also, give me an emoji to let me know what you thought of the Game of Thrones finale. Otherwise, don't forget to check out our website, USAA. At usaaudiences.com. You can also check us out on Twitter at the Turnout USA at the Turnout USAA. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this. But seriously, I really want to know what you guys think. But check out the Turnout. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like. I'll check you guys later. Thanks for welcome to the Turnout. Thanks for showing up.